Hey, I'm Mark Goodman.
And I'm Alan Light.
On today's podcast, in celebration of International Guitar Month, Pete Townsend of The Who will join us.
Pete went deep with us into his relationship with the guitar and with music in general, the new Broadway version of Tommy. He clarified the status and the future of The Who, and much, much more.
Sound Up with Mark Goodman and Alan Light, the only music podcast that matters. Get it on Pandora, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Man, me and Royce, actually, we record at the same studio in Detroit, and I linked up with his engineer. He was his engineer. His name's Ivy Duncan, and his producer. He was, he had actually produced, or he'd engineered the song "Bad Me Feeble" on the original Slim Shady LP.
Nice.
Actually, and so he was the one that my buzz had been so strong. Like I had just been battling on, at Wayne State and stuff, and he found me. He was just like, "Yo, Laz, you got a lot of talent. I want to bring you in the studio." So I started recording at that studio free of charge. I mean, at no expense. He thought I was so dope that he just started recording me at his high-end studio. I was like, wow, no cost for studio session. I was so happy about that. But I started recording, and then, he's like, yeah, Royce coming through, he's going to... I'm like, wow, okay, Royce the 5'9", that's what's up. And then, he actually got me on the phone with Royce, and he's like, yo, I got Royce on the phone. And then he's like, yo, Royce, man, this is lyricist Lazarus I got, man. This dude is dope. He put me on the phone, and you know me, man. I just got on the phone and just started spitting the dude.
Nice, nice.
So Royce came to the studio like, a couple weeks after that. We linked up, and he heard me spit, and he saw my hunger, and he's like, yo, man, let me jump on this record, man, and drop something for you. So it was a dope experience, because like to get respect from Royce was a big deal for me. It was like, Royce the 5'9", he's definitely a lyricist that I looked up to, and just to have him co-sign me and say, yo, this kid is dope, and he was in the studio telling me, like, man, this kid's energy level is next level, and so it was definitely a big, push for me, just mentally, just to keep taking this to the next level,
Did you feel at all? I mean, since Royce was wasn't one of the MCs that you were looking up to or looked up to, did you feel at all like this weird extra sense of pressure to, like kind of like step up your game to a whole new level because you were going to be on a track with Royce?
I look at that. I think it's holding my own on every single record that I'm on. So my whole thing is I have something to prove. Like I'm the only one of my kind. So it's like no matter what I do, no matter what step I take, no matter what kind of song or who I get on the song with, I always have to hold my own. I feel like it's me. I always have that me against the world mentality. And when I got on a record with him, or if I get on a record with anyone, no matter who it is, like I want to make sure that I hold my own on the track. Like I don't want to get on a track and have anybody say, yo, Laz, Laz wasn't as good as whoever the other artist was. No matter who that artist is, I want to hold my own on the track. Like that's my whole thing. And so, I always step my game up for every record. But with Royce, of course, yeah, I would definitely have my sword sharpened up for that.
Straight up out the gutter, the desert is Angola. Lands an immigrant inside our border. My father, they told him, go back home, you saying. Oh, but it only made him bigger. I was born finger on trigger, the big picture. I was 6, feeling like I was the big Simba, a symbol. That of a king who was ruling men like Saladin. When he took over Jerusalem, I got a dream, like Martin Luther. That is shoot the human maneuver like a fire from Makuma. Bazooka, the human medulla. Oblongata, then I gotta add the kryptonite to take away what make you super. You could just cross Detroit, cross gorillas. Cause I don't miss when I shoot like Chauncey Billups. You force the Phyllis, the realest is not concealed. Like the face of the Freemason on a dollar bill. Still, people wanna label me. Tell me what to be and not to be. And try to redo my identity. But it don't take no Hennessy to give me the epiphany to know that I'm the product of a motherfucking history.
Hey, I'm Mark Goodman.
And I'm Alan Light.
On today's podcast, in celebration of International Guitar Month, Pete Townsend of The Who will join us.
Pete went deep with us into his relationship with the guitar and with music in general. The new Broadway version of Tommy. He clarified the status and the future of The Who and much, much more.
Sound Up with Mark Goodman and Alan Light, the only music podcast that matters. Get it on Pandora, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.